and dynamic speaker, Dr. Beenal Shah. She is Joint Secretary of Indian Menopause Society 25-26 and she is Chairperson-elect of IMS Aesthetic Health Committee, and she is going to guide us how to do midlife, how to maintain a midlife metabolism, the turning point of the turning point. I invite the chairpersons, our prestigious chairpersons, Dr. Jyoti Khare, Dr. Shraddha Didi, Sarita Didi, Mamta Gupta Madam, Jyoti Khare, okay. Dr. Beenal, please do come and deliver the talk.
Thank you so much. So good afternoon everybody, and I bring greetings from the cultural capital of Gujarat, and I'm so happy to be at the heart of India, the incredible India, and I'm happy to be at Bhopal. Congratulations once again Bhopal Society for a wonderful organization of the National Conference of Indian Menopause Society, and I also bring again greetings from the core committee of IMS. It's really a pleasure being the Joint Secretary of the Indian Menopause Society. And yes, as Ragini ma'am just told, my talk was first, so I was basically going to give you an overview of the entire thing. But it's good that ma'am covered many things, and she rightly said that we are what we eat. So it's a great realization and it's an eye-opener. And I feel that this is a workshop, so rather than a monologue, it is better that it can be a dialogue and more interactive. And I feel that we should have a lot of take-home messages and lot of insights into our daily routine. So this is what we are concerned about, right? I mean, when we look at our pictures probably 10 years back or 20 years back, and what is the major thing? Obviously, when you zoom in and see a close-up, you know that probably there are more wrinkles, right? But overall, when you see, what do you notice? This obesity, right? And mainly the shape of your body has changed, and midriff, waist circumference, that is where all the fat is deposited. And now people started calling you Auntie Ji and then Dadi and probably whatnot, right? So from a girl, probably you've become a lady and probably a grandma as well. It's proud to be a grandmother, but then still, you don't want to look like this, Auntie Ji. So these are the problems with midlife. And do you want to know the secret? What should we focus at? Exercise, diet? What is BMR? What is RMR? So do you want to know the secret? Yeah, so this is me last year. So that is fit and fabulous at 50. Right now I'm 52. And I feel that probably, there are certain things which I have incorporated in my routine, and probably that is helping me look much younger and more fitter. And not only externally, even my reports say that. So that is important, we have to be beautiful or fitter inside out. So rather than what ma'am just now said, that rather than being thin, we have to be more fit and more strong. So that is and probably we are when I participated in one of the beauty pageants, so after winning the pageant, the media person, they always have a, inquisitiveness. So ma'am, aap modeling karoge? Like, would you like to be a model? So I said, no, I want to be a role model. Right? So that is what I want to, convey the message. And today's talk is about midlife metabolism. So I would like to thank and congratulate Dr. Archana ji and Dr. Vandana for bringing out this wonderful topic. Because, we really wonder कि मैं जो पहले खाती थी अभी वही खा रही हूँ, right? पहले जितनी वर्कआउट करती थी उतना ही कर रही हूँ. Still, why am I putting on weight? राइट कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि मैं तो सूंघती हूँ तो मेरा वजन बढ़ जाता है, शायद हवा से ही बढ़ रहा है, राइट? और वो इतना सारा खा रही है, उसका वजन क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा है? So what we fail to understand is that why is this happening to us, and this is the secret. There is a change in our metabolism. With aging, our cells are aging, the mitochondria, the energy house of the cell, it is slowing down, and probably it is burning lesser calories than what it used to. छोटे बच्चे हम लोग बोलते हैं कि वो तो दौड़ भाग कर लेंगे, उनको सब हजम हो जाता है. So it is because they have a wonderful metabolism. So that the metabolism is the main difference why we are gaining weight. So today we are going to discuss the mechanisms, the effect of the slowing metabolism, and how to optimize. Because certain things are inevitable in life, but still you can optimize your health by following certain strategies. So first of all, what is metabolism? That is the total energy expenditure, right? हमारी body ने क्या energy किस तरह से use की, right? And you will be really surprised. हम लोग कई बार ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, अरे आज खा लो, कल like specially to me that कल एक आधा घंटा ज़्यादा workout कर लेना, you know. But what is very surprising? Can I have a pointer as well? ये है? हाँ. Yeah. So, but dear friends, this is an eye opener that the physical activity, अगर हम वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, that is going to lead to only 15 to 30% of the energy expenditure. Okay? Thermic effect of food. अभी जो पहला सेशन था जो रागिनी मैम ने लिया कि there are certain foods which are having more thermic effect and they'll burn more calories. So that comprises only 5 to 10%. So हमने जो खाया और exercise किया, what we always think is कि बस इसका total मिला दो and that is how we get our metabolism. No, dear friends. What is the most important thing? 75% is your basal metabolic rate or BMR. So in this session we are going to discuss how to increase our BMR. Body metabolic rate किस तरह से improve करें हमारा basal metabolism, resting metabolism. So what is RMR? Even when you are sitting here, even when you are sleeping, your body is doing certain activities. It is burning the calories and that is boosting your metabolism. And that comprises a 60 to 75% of your calorie expenditure. So that is where we have to focus. So metabolism refers to the biochemical process converting nutrient into energy, and the BMR represents the largest proportion, and this is what is declining with age due to muscle loss and the hormonal shifts. So we are going to discuss about this more. And across lifespan, the metabolism stays stable from 20 to 40. There's a gradual decline after 40 and accelerated decline after 60. And everybody here in the audience is 40 plus, right? So recent metabolic studies have shown that in early adulthood there is a stability and a gradual reduction in the midlife, largely because of sarcopenia and the endocrine changes. Now, what are the major factors? Why is this metabolism slowing down? So first and foremost is sarcopenia, that is the loss of the lean muscle mass, hormonal changes, thyroid efficiency changes, reduced physical activity. हम लोग जो 20 साल पे दौड़ा भागी कर रहे थे, after 40, once the children have grown, we have sedentary lifestyle. और कई बार बोलते हैं कि बहुत मतलब आराम है, पानी का ग्लास भी नहीं भरना पड़ रहा है. So I am really wondering whether it's a luxury or it's a punishment. Because and for everything we have a remote, right? पहले पर्दे भी ऊंचे करके पर्दे खोलने पड़ते थे, अब तो वो भी remote से हो जाता है. So this reduced physical activity, sleep deprivation. Now my husband sitting here is smiling because probably this is what even I am fighting with. With the hot flushes and the hormonal changes, the sleep disturbances and sleep deprivation, chronic stress which increases the cortisol and the insulin resistance. All these are the major factors which slow down our metabolism. And muscle mass is a very metabolically active tissue. मतलब 1 kilo muscle अगर हमारे body में है, and you will be surprised. Previously my weight was 56. After I joined the gym, I was doing exercise regularly. I was very careful about my diet. I gained weight. So I was kind of like initially I had not read this much, and I was kind of asking my trainer what's happening. Why am I putting on weight? So then I got my body composition. In spite of being a doctor, what I was just taking previously was a जो bathroom वाला weighing scale. बाद में I got my body composition checked and I saw that मैंने जो gain किया था वो muscle था and I had lost fat. So inch loss was there, weight gain was there. So muscle is heavier. आप अगर पानी में मतलब घी डालोगे या कुछ oil तो it will float. The muscles will sink. So basically muscle is a heavier tissue and it is metabolically active. तो आपके body में अगर 1 kilo muscle ज़्यादा है, it will burn much more calories than the 1 kg fat in your body. Okay, so it's a metabolically active tissue, and this is what is happening with aging, the hormonal changes, reduced muscle protein synthesis, sarcopenia, reduced basal metabolic rate and fat accumulation. So this is how endocrine alteration triggers the muscle protein imbalance and lowers our resting energy expenditure. अब इससे क्या होगा? What is happening because of the slowed metabolism? There is an increased visceral fat. Okay, viscera means हमारे जो internal organs हैं उसके ऊपर का fat. So I am not talking about the subcu fat. I think all of you are aware about that two types of fat. There is the subcu fat and the visceral fat. This increased resistance, increase cardiovascular risk, fatigue. पहले हम काफी दौड़ा भागी करते थे, आज हम थोड़ा सा चल के आते हैं, सीढ़ी चढ़ के आते हैं, थक जाते हैं. So this fatigue is happening. There is reduced mitochondrial efficiency and dyslipidemia. And especially in menopause transition, all the lipids are going haywire. So sarcopenic obesity is a growing concern, and we should all, being the female healthcare providers, focus on this issue, that is the sarcopenic obesity. And visceral adiposity is correlating with cardiometabolic disease risk. मतलब some people may be thin, but they may be metabolically obese, because if they have a fatty liver and visceral obesity, they are a high risk factor for the cardiometabolic risk. And this is what you see with the aging. As you see, a young person compared to a senior person at the age of 75, there is a decrease in the bone percentage, there is an increase in the adipose tissue, and there is an alarming decrease in the muscle mass. So, itne sare body composition changes are happening. And why am I keeping on talking about muscle? Because it is the most important element of the body composition. Or higher the muscle mass, higher the rate of metabolism and reduce oxidative stress, the mitochondria are functioning better, and we all are aware that sarcopenia is basically decreased muscle and muscle strength and muscle size. Now have you ever wondered, we are all into the Indian Menopause Society. Probably sarcopenia जो terminology है शायद पिछले 2-3 साल से ही we are discussing, right? Osteoporosis we have been discussing for decades. Why is it so? Probably because there are no medicines for it. Osteoporosis, there are so many medicines that the medical representative and the pharmaceutical industry, they have a lot of interest in treating osteoporosis because they want to push in their calcium. But for sarcopenia, there is no medicine. So there is no pharmaceutical interest. There are no special conferences dedicated only to sarcopenia. So probably that is the reason that there is lack of public interest, less pharmaceutical interest, and no medication available. But dear friends, we are not people who are just prescribing medicine. I hope all of you remember that we are supposed to prescribe a lifestyle, right? This year's theme of the International Menopause Year was lifestyle medication. So I feel that our prescription of exercise, of nutrition is much more vital than our prescription of any medicine. This we are all aware, and I would like to again reiterate or repeat that sarcopenia alters the resting metabolic rate, increases the insulin resistance, and reduces the glucose tolerance, and that is how a lean body tissue is replaced by the lean body tissue is replaced by adipose and the fibrous tissue. What again happens because of the menopause? You must have noticed कि पहले हम बैठते थे तो फटाक करके खड़े हो जाते थे. अब सारी चीजों में slowing आ गया है. Why is it so? So there are two type of skeletal muscle fibers, the fast twitch and the slow twitch. So type 2 muscle fibers, there is denervation and dropout with the estrogen decline, and that is why जो agility बोलते हैं, छोटे बच्चे किस तरह से उधर कूद मचा सकते हैं. So we cannot, because predominantly there is a type 2 fibers which are lost because of the estrogen receptors, and that is why this is worsened with menopause, and especially because of our low protein and vitamin D. And this is what is happening to our body shape in menopause, that is a pair to the apple transition and more weight around and below the hips. And I am proudly present that Dr. Rama Ved ma'am, the founder of the Indian Menopause Society, and these are the studies and the quotes from the Journal of Midlife of the Indian Menopause Society, that these are the menopause related central fat distribution. There is increase in the insulin resistance, and that is probably the root cause of all the non-communicable diseases, the hyperglycemia, dyslipidemia and hypertension, and probably you can combine and call it a metabolic syndrome or a syndrome X. I would appreciate if the people at the last, hello, excuse me, आप लोग बाहर जाके discuss कर सकते हैं. Thank you so much. So basically, what is very important is that हमने ये तो discuss कर लिया कि metabolism, what is the importance of metabolism. Now we've also discussed कि midlife में the metabolism is going to decline, right? Now, how would you exactly assess? How would you assess a person कि इसका metabolism कैसा है? So you can measure the BMR by the indirect calorimetry. You can do a body composition analysis, right? That is by a DEXA. You can check the hormones, TSH, testosterone, estrogen check कर सकते हैं. You can assess the physical activity, check her for the sleep and stress, and then you personalize the intervention plan. Like कोई भी person बोल रहा है मेरा वजन नहीं घट रहा है, so you cannot just keep on telling about diet करो, exercise करो. She might say कि madam I'm doing maximum, मैं रोज के 2 घंटे एक्सरसाइज कर रही हूँ फिर भी कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. So you have to individualize a tailor-made plan. You have to evaluate all these things and find out where the problem is. So a systematic assessment will help you optimize the individual strategies. This is a DEXA. This is the machine which is the electrical impedance analysis, and this will tell you. See, in front of you I am showing you 2 ladies. Okay, this girl 23 years and this lady 46 years. Both have the same weight. दोनों का वजन सेम है both. And अच्छा, whenever previously we used to ask how can you tell me who is more healthy? So the answer used to come कि BMI compare करो. Okay, body mass index. But dear friends, I would like to tell you that BMI is not a good predictor. Can you see both of them for their height and weight? This is their BMI. This lady has 22 BMI. Even this elderly lady has a 22 BMI. So same BMI, but the body composition analysis tells me that this lady has a 31% fat. This lady has a 41% fat. The visceral fat is just 3.5, it is 6% here, and the skeletal muscle is 26, here the skeletal muscle is 20. So who is healthier? Obviously this lady who has a lesser visceral fat and more skeletal muscle and less body fat. So basically body fat, body composition, a ratio between the body fat to the skeletal muscle is a major comparative and more accurate analysis of a person's fitness level. Now this is about the energy. I mean, little bit slides I have included about diet because Ragini ma'am grossly covered okay, what to eat, what not to eat. But the topic given to me was the midlife metabolism and which are the metabolic booster foods. कौन से food खाने से हमारा metabolism boost हो सकता है, right? So those things I would like to cover. Now one thing, dear friends, whenever we eat, it is an intake, right? It is an energy intake. And how do we spend that energy? हमारा balance कैसे हम down मतलब कम करेंगे? By energy expenditure. So अभी तक we were aware about these things कि exercise, non-exercise activity, that is NEAT, which is a new word which is now coming up, and even rest. This is what I said in the beginning. That even when your body is resting, you are burning calories. And metabolism is a process where the food is converted into energy. So please be familiar with these terminologies, that is the basal metabolic rate, TEF. I am going to now not every time say the full form, but TEF is the thermic effect of the food. मतलब हर बार food खाने से calorie gain नहीं होती है. There are foods जो खाने से हमारा energy balance calorie negative में जा सकता है. So you will be interested, right? कि food खाएंगे और हमारी calories कम होंगी, तो ऐसे कौन से food हैं? Right? So yes, so thermic effect of food is important. Physical activity के बारे में मैं बात करूँगी because I feel that that is the best anti-aging therapy and clinical relevance and weight management. So thermic effect of food में this is the thing which is the main secret, you can say the open secret, that is proteins have a great TEF, that is the thermic effect 30%. So protein को digestion करने में प्रोटीन से जो कैलोरी मिलती है उससे ज़्यादा कैलोरी हमारी बॉडी की यूज हो जाती है प्रोटीन को डाइजेस्ट करने में. अंडरस्टूड? सो दैट इज व्हाई द प्रोटीन हैज अ ग्रेट TEF, दैट इज 30%. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स हैव 10%, पर हमारा लाइकिंग हमेशा यहीं पे होता है, राइट? मोस्टली व्हेनेवर वी थिंक ऑफ सम क्रेविंग्स, वी ऑलवेज हैव क्रेविंग्स फॉर कार्ब्स, कार्ब रिच डाइट, एंड फैट्स हैव ओनली 0 to 3%. So thermic effect of these foods are very less, and the clinical implication is that the high protein diet would increase the energy expenditure of the body, and as already discussed, we have to have 1 to 1.5 gram per kg of protein. What to eat already Ragini ma'am has discussed. So what I want to again repeat is that protein has high TEF, it preserves the lean body mass and increases the satiety hormones, that is the GLP-1. We should promote always the whole grains and millets, quinoa, oats, brown rice, and preferably I would a simple practical tip. Don't go for the ready-made multigrain atta from the market. It is better that you mix yourself. little bit of gehu you can put in ragi, which has a lot of calcium, and you can put a little bit of jaw ka atta, and then you make your own multigrain atta. So again, whole grains have more TEF than the refined grains, and major culprit, even more than sugar, I would say, is the maida. जो आजकल का generation more unhealthy है. All of you would agree to me that we see when the mother daughter walking in the clinic, we see a healthier mother in her 40s and an obese lady in her 20s, a teenager. Because probably that is the Maggi generation or the noodles generation, right? Because there have been lot of packaged foods, noodles, biscuits, cookies, and all the fast food in the market, and probably food comes faster, on Zomato, Swiggy and those apps, right? So it's coming on the wheels. So mainly whole grains, they increase the insulin sensitivity, and there is a lot of talk which is going on about the gut microbiota, because gut dysbiosis is also a major cause of inflammation and leading to obesity. Even hum log PCOS mein bhi we discuss a lot about this. Legumes are again very important source of protein, especially for the vegetarian population. Again, here the challenges would be to how to consume that much amount. So you have to think about, जैसे मूंग दाल चीला का option दिया, जैसे पूना मसल is a good because you have sprouted moong in that, so that will be more in protein. तो इस तरह से try to have more of protein consumption in your diet, and the benefit is कि protein के साथ साथ here you are getting lot of fibers also. So that is why the glycemic control, because they will release this energy slowly. They will give you a lot of satiety and very good glycemic control. Again, water is a very very important nutrient, I must say, right? पानी शानी से मतलब शोरा शोरा सब अपनी जगह, पानी का काम सिर्फ पानी करेगा. So water can induce the thermogenesis. 500 ml can increase the metabolic rate by 30% per hour. So this is the importance. कि आप adequate पानी पिएंगे, उससे भी आपका metabolism boost up होगा. So these are so always remember to hydrate yourself. Again, these things were already discussed about iron and iodine and all those things. Dairy products, again a good source of calcium and proteins and fat oxidation. Such metabolic booster foods are there, spices, but not the type of spices which will cause acidity, but capsaicin, red yellow bell peppers, इसके thermogenic effect बहुत अच्छी है. These are good metabolic booster foods. Fibers, जो salads वगैरह हैं, they help in digestion and keep you fuller for longer. And कई बार obviously salads we use raw, तो उसकी वजह से they preserve the nutrients. Coffee and green tea, Coffee and green tea are also metabolic booster foods, because coffee contains caffeine and green tea contains caffeine and catechin. So इससे it activates the fat burning cells and increases the metabolism. But dear friends, सिर्फ बैठे बैठे आप coffee tea पीते रहेंगे तो नहीं. It has to be paired with exercise, and preferably sugar अगर आप avoid करें तो that is the best thing, because again sugar is a pure carbs, right? Ginger is a very good, जो हमारी पुराने Indian spices है, it is a very good metabolic booster. It increases the body temperature and the metabolic rate. तो अगर आप अपने food में even green tea में थोड़ा सा अदरक डाल दें, right? So here I would not say कि बंदर क्या जाने अदरक का स्वाद, but all of us realize that ginger adds to the taste, to the digestion and to the metabolism. Healthy fats जैसे हम almond, walnut, seeds उसमें से मिलते हैं, and they are nutrient dense. So इसीलिए energy bars में we use खजूर, अंजीर, dates and figs, and उसमें थोड़े हम लोग seeds वगैरह add कर सकते हैं, walnuts, almond add कर सकते हैं. So they are very good energy boosters. Cinnamon and turmeric, थोड़ा सा तज powder जो बोलते हैं, and turmeric is haldi. So they are great anti-inflammatories and metabolic boosters. And your plate should be like a rainbow, it should be as colorful as possible. So dear friends, there is no one single magic food which can dramatically increase the metabolism. The effect, as we discussed, is only approximately 10%, but you have to take adequate protein. Also consider the food interaction. हमने food में suppose iron rich diet तो ले लिया, पर साथ में उसके ऊपर कॉफी पी लिया या कैफे चाय पी लिया, खाना अच्छे से खाया, आप बोले अब चाय पिला दो, तो what will happen? The tannin in the tea is not letting your iron get absorbed, right? And then you will wonder कि मुझे फायदा क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. So always remember the food interactions whenever you are thinking about the absorption. And diet में बस ये 3 चीज़ और बोलना चाहूँगी. सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि बहुत क्रैश डाइट करेंगे उसको फॉलो नहीं कर पाएंगे तो फायदा नहीं है. सो ग्रो ग्रेजुअल and then it has to be sustainable. You have to think about satiety also and regularity in the meal timings. Now this is the challenge which we being gynec doctors are often facing, कि कई बार हमारे meal timings बहुत erratic हो जाते हैं. So that is because the body doesn't know when the food is going to come. So that is why the body कई बार it goes in a fasting mode, starvation mode, कि अब जो मिल रहा है ना उसको भी preserve करके रख लो, पता नहीं अब next कब मिलेगा. उसके बदले if you have a regular meal time, regular sleep time, so the body metabolism will keep running, right? So this is all we have already discussed. Always prioritize the protein that we have discussed. Now coming to a topic which is of great interest to me, that is the exercise strategies to boost the metabolism. So here I would like to say that resistance training is very important. कई लोग बोलेंगे मैं तो रोज वॉक कर लेती हूँ, मेरी एक्सरसाइज रोज हो जाती है. So walking alone is not a good enough exercise. Walking से सिर्फ कार्डियो मेटाबॉलिक कंडीशनिंग होता है, कार्डियो रेस्पिरेटरी, आपका हार्ट और लंग की एक्सरसाइज होती है, पर मसल्स गेन नहीं होंगे. व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज रेजिस्टेंस. यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड रेजिस्टेंस टू योर मसल्स. हाई इंटेंसिटी ट्रेनिंग करनी है. डेली नीट, दैट इज नॉन एक्सरसाइज एक्टिविटी थर्मोजेनेसिस. आप रोज का 1 घंटा एक्सरसाइज कर लो, 23 आवर्स आप सिर्फ बैठे रहो. सो दैट इज डेफिनेटली नॉट गोइंग टू काउंटर कि एवरी आवर अगर आप 10-10 मिनट वॉक कर लो, घूम लो, योर टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स इन द डे आर ग्रेट. दैट इज कॉल्ड नीट, नॉन एक्सरसाइज एक्टिविटी थर्मोजेनेसिस. So this is a combination how you can boost your metabolism, and resistance training is the most effective long-term strategy to increase your lean mass and your resting metabolic rate. So this is where probably I am scoring, because I regularly do resistance training at least 3 to 4 days a week. Resistance means आप किसी भी तरह से बॉडी को रेजिस्टेंस दे सकते हैं. There can be resistance stretch band, there can be weights, dumbbells, and even self body weight exercises, but you have to provide it some resistance. That is how you can boost up your metabolism. What happens because of exercise? The muscle hypertrophy happens. There is an increased mitochondrial density. There is an increased resting expenditure. जो सोते सोते भी मेरा बॉडी अच्छे से वो कैलोरीज को बर्न कर पाता है, improves the insulin sensitivity, and that is how the biogenesis happens and metabolic flexibility. Now to kind of audio check करना है. चालू हो गया आपका ऑडियो और वायर चेक करिए प्लीज. So rather than talking, I felt that probably let me share some videos from my own workout sessions, because this is a workshop and not just a dialogue. तो ये एक्सरसाइज इसलिए बता रही हूँ कि आपको भी आइडिया आएगा कि इस तरह की एक्सरसाइजेस करने. ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है. इसका लैपटॉप का ऑडियो और बढ़ा दीजिए. आपका वायर ठीक है? ठीक है, करिए. और as you can see that I am using various type of weights, and these are exercises of different muscle groups of the body. And it is very important to do it under a proper guidance with proper warm up and cool down. This was the lateral plank. So basically, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that is very important, because this is how you can have good balance, good coordination. Now अब बोलेंगे हमारे पास जिम में जाने का टाइम नहीं है, and this is what happened during the lockdown. All the gyms were closed. So excuse नहीं चाहिए. You have to have some find out a way how you can do it. So this is exercise at home. So you can definitely invest in.
I'm Dr. Veena Diveshna, Gynec and Dance.
So you can invest in certain equipments like such ball or such stretch bands or simple dumbbells और कुछ नहीं मिला तो ये pillow, mat, तो इससे भी आप exercise कर सकते हैं घर पे. That was a weighted plan, and yeah, this was the Mother's Day special. This is myself and my daughter. My daughter, I'm proud to say, she is an MS surgeon and she is doing fellowship in breast surgery at Medanta, Gurugram. Yeah, so this was the Mother's Day special. You can see the use of stretch bands here. Yeah, thank you so much. So probably that is a discipline you can incorporate in your children as well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that was a Jadoo Ki Chappi from my daughter. And yes, probably, when we do such exercise, when we are disciplined about our diet, probably rather than keeping on instructing or nagging our children, we can ourselves be a role model to them that, we are what we are because of what we eat, what we don't eat, and what we do about our daily lifestyle, right? So that is how you can, inspire your children. And very, very important to say is the sleep. And as I told, I'm already struggling for that because a good quality sleep is very important for the rejuvenation of the body, for the rest, and it also helps in regulating the leptin and the ghrelin hormones, which are important for the weight and the obesity control. Again, a very important parameter for the metabolism is stress. Because you must have noticed that whenever you are stressed, you want to eat and have some relief from that. So a chronic cortisol can lead to a central. So a chronic cortisol spikes can increase the central fat storage. So mindfulness and breathing exercises are very important. And hormonal balance during sleep directly impacts the hunger signaling and the metabolic efficiency. So when you want to improve the metabolism, adequate sleep and de-stress is very important. I hope all of you would remember me from the IMS Wellness Weekends. Every Sunday we used to focus on different aspects of holistic health. We had yoga sessions, exercise sessions, breathing, nutrition, everything. So yoga is again a holistic way of health. It brings harmony to the mind, body and soul and improves overall agility, flexibility, the breathing control. So I have been following yoga for quite some time, probably I can say from my teenage days, and that includes all this stability and flexibility. Again, a nature walk is a very important way because that will help you control all your cognitive decline and the degenerative processes, and it will adequately give you fresh air, vitamin D, and overall connect with the nature can help you de-stress. So these are tricks from your various trips. If you are complaining that मेरे joints painful हो रहे हैं, I have arthritis, so then what is your excuse? I mean, I am not letting you give you any excuse. You can choose, go for swimming. Water activities, they are very good for the people who have joint problems, and because of the buoyancy of water, your own joints will not be compressed by your own weight. Right? Again, dancercise is a very creative way of self-expression, and I must say it is one of the best forms of exercise. And it also has a lot of coordination. It boosts your cognition. अगर आपको steps याद करने हैं कि इस move के बाद ये music पे ये step है, तो automatically आपका cognition improve होगा. It helps you unwind, relax. और स्पेशली आई रिमेंबर कि इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंस में जाने से पहले अगर हम ग्रुप डांस की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, सो प्रॉब्ली दैट गिव्स यू सो मच ऑफ फन, यू मेक न्यू फ्रेंड्स, एंड स्पेशली फ्रॉम IMS आई वुड से दैट एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर. विथ मी इज डॉक्टर Maninder Ahuja ma'am, who always gives a prescription of exercise, and probably all these are the dancing queens from the IMS. और एक्सरसाइज करिए, डांस करिए, कुछ भी करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिकली द हैप्पी हार्मोन्स आर गोइंग टू बी रिलीज्ड, the endorphins, the serotonin and the dopamine. So they will elevate the depression and anxiety, and it will help you boost your mood and self-confidence. So basically overall सब कुछ integrate करना है, कोई भी एक चीज़ काम नहीं करने वाली है. So nutrition, exercise, you have to integrate everything. Resistance training, high protein diet, adequate sleep, stress reduction. All these 4 things will improve your body composition. It improve the insulin sensitivity and increase your resting metabolic rate, which is very important. So it's a multimodal intervention, and this is the strongest metabolic improvement. So dear friends, person's muscle mass is better predictor of health than her body mass index. So move more, sit less, monitor your steps, exercise, various components, flexibility, endurance, weight training, डाइट का ध्यान रखिए, सप्लीमेंट्स लीजिए, स्लीप वेल, स्टे हैप्पी. इट्स नेवर टू लेट एंड यू आर नेवर टू ओल्ड टू स्टार्ट एक्सरसाइजिंग and add quality to your life. So live in the years and not, live in the deeds and not in only the years. And don't compare yourself with the other person. अभी मैंने वीडियो बताया है तो ऐसा नहीं कि हमको ऐसा ही करना है. This is just for an inspiration. So fitness is about being better than not being better than someone else. It is about being better than what you used to be, right? So this is what your inspiration should be. And always prescribe a lifestyle medicine. LSM. अगर आप CIMP की करिकुलम में देखेंगे तो पहली चीज लिखते हैं वो लोग LSM. उसके बाद दवाइयों का रोल आता है, right? So lifestyle medicine. What Hippocrates had said in the 460 BC that if you give an individual the right amount of nourishment and exercise, not too little, not too much, we have found the safest way to help. So thank you so much everybody. Stay fit and fab. That is me and my daughter. We won the beauty pageant Fit and Glam, Mrs. Fit and Glam and Miss Fit and Glam. That was in 2020. And keep grooming yourself. Be your own favorite. वो पिक्चर का डायलॉग मुझे सबसे अच्छा लगता है कि मैं तो अपनी फेवरेट हूँ, राइट? सो यू हैव टू ड्रेस अप एंड ग्रूम योरसेल्फ टू फील गुड योरसेल्फ. किसी को दिखाने के लिए नहीं, पर अपने लिए. Probably that is the best motivating factor. And my daughter calls this picture as the modern Maharani, right? So that is the comprehensive care model, multidisciplinary approach, reduce your cardiovascular risk. Behavioral counseling here is very important because often a person is depressed, you lose motivation, you feel कि अब मेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So you have to counsel and have an optimistic attitude. Periodically monitor करना है, individualized therapy करनी है, preventive strategies we have already discussed. So basically you have to metabolically condition a person with optimization of all the therapies and sustainability. So in summary, midlife metabolic decline is multifactorial. Primary drivers are the muscle loss and the hormonal changes. Resistance training is the most effective countermeasure and I must say the best anti-aging therapy. Nutrition and sleep significantly influence the metabolic rate, and early intervention prevents metabolic syndrome. So metabolic decline is not inevitable, it is modifiable with the targeted strategies. So these are my references, and thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it. And congratulations once again to the Bhopal team. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Beenal, for such a nice lecture. We all were like full concentration on you, and really you are fit and fabulous, no doubt about it. And you have encouraged us to think in this direction and think more positive about it, more positive about our age.
Yes.
So most of the times we are more depressed about our age, but now we will be.
So again, I would like to kind of end with that aging is inevitable, but aging gracefully is optional. It is in your hands, and I feel that this 30-minute would be मतलब सही में अगर काम आएंगे जो वंदना जी और इन्होंने मुझे अर्चना जी ने दिए हैं. Even if 3 people from the room try to change and give 1 hour to regular exercise and monitor your lifestyle, probably मेरा वसूल हो जाएगा.
I think all of us.
I would like to clap for all of you if you have made up your mind for the same. Thank you so much.
जो डॉक्टर बीनल ने बोला है, खूब खाओ मगर प्रोटीन खाओ. प्रोटीन खाओ, मसल बनाओ और अपना वजन घटाओ और डॉक्टर बीनल शाह बन जाओ. साथ में एक्सरसाइज करो. Yes, this is the truth. Gracing agefully is the formula after 40. और कैसे करना है, that has been beautifully illustrated by Dr. Beenal. And so I would like to felicitate this beautiful and graceful speaker of today by Dr. Archana Di. And our
I was
chairpersons,
really
Dr.
thinking
Mamta and
that,
Dr. Jyoti.
Speaker must be less than 35 years old. And when such a young girl is coming and speaking, but when you said that you are 52 years old, we were all surprised.
I'm 62 years young.
Yeah,